What's going down, people? How you doing? TK coming at you. Just want to hit you guys with a simple concept of investing for your future. Right now, I spend about $500 every payday on Bitcoin, and every indicator says the future will be Bitcoin at a higher price. That just means that 2010 is going to repeat itself. And if you had invested $2,000 in 2010, you would be about $300 million richer today. So that cycle is going to repeat itself in the event that Bitcoin continues to go up in price and the value of the coin hits 100,000, maybe even more. You know, there's no indicator that says that it's going to go down. It's all annually outperforming every currency on the planet 7 years running. So when I say Bitcoin, 9 out of 10 people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. When I say invest dollars or convert dollars to Bitcoin the same way you convert dollars to, say, euro or pesos or any other currency in the world, people look at me like if I'm speaking Spanish or German. And it's not a hard concept. It really is just about holding currency that has more purchasing power because it's valued higher than the dollar. That's not rocket science. But everybody argues against Bitcoin and why you should own it. So I will stay on my lonely island and invest by my damn self. And my future might not be perfect, but it damn sure won't be what your future is. And I guarantee that because I'm investing in a currency that continues to go up every single year. Bitcoin right now is at $4,000 per coin. And if you get in now, it goes up to $100,000 per coin. Multiply that by however much you own, that's how much richer you'll be. So it's simple math based on supply and demand economics. The more money into the market, the more the coin, which is only 21 million coins available, becomes valued within that supply and demand input. So unlike the dollar, it's not manipulated by a central bank. It's not devalued every day by printing more money. It's not controlled by any authority. So that means you become the bank. You become the person that manages his or her own money. So that's not something to fight against. That's not something to argue with. That's actually smart, sound money. Sound money because it's relying on math, not relying on some evil 1% greedy that manipulate and devalue paper. It's a big difference. So I'm very passionate about the concept behind the technology, where a public distributed ledger requires consensus to validate transactions and doesn't require a central bank to tell you what you can or can't do with the money that's in your wallet. So when you think about that, that is choosing something that can help you. That is positioning yourself for a better future. Now, liquidity is always the problem when it comes to converting currency from one market to another. A lot of us don't have it. I don't have it. The most I can afford is $500 every payday, and that's what I work with. But I am participating, and I also mine and invest so that I have 3 different mediums working on my behalf. So the only thing I'm encouraging you to do is to wake the hell up, realize that the dollar is losing value, realize that paper money is on a timeline and eventually is unsustainable and will crash, and then do something about it. Convert your money to gold, silver, and Bitcoin because it gives you an alternate means to pay. When the dollar is worth shit and hyperinflation hits the economy, you still can participate because you have other means to pay. It's like having more than one credit card. One card declines for whatever reason, and then you say, well, I have another one, try this one. So this is simple math. And I was talking to a person yesterday And I always say 9 out of 10 people don't know what a Bitcoin is, and he was one of those 9. So he heard about Bitcoin for the first time from me, and you know, he was talking about my video marketing in terms of making these videos, and he was like, why do you care if people watch your video? You know, and I'm like, really, I don't. But the problem is that the average person has no financial literacy. They don't know how to pick up a book. So they're not exposed to this information. I said, that's the reason why I make videos. Because maybe like him, it's the first time you've ever been exposed to this information. Now, you can't fault people for not knowing, because their ignorance in a box means that they have limited decision making. But when you do get exposed to the information and you still say you're not interested, then you can be faulted. So the opportunity to change your future involves taking something declining, paper, and switching it for something increasing, appreciating. And that's what gold, silver, and Bitcoin gives you the opportunity to do. Gold is an international form of currency. No matter where you go in the world, you can always take out a loan against gold, get cash, pay the loan back, and then get your gold back. And silver has the same property, but just at a lower valuation. So I always suggest that people get off their ass, get out of paper, and get into decentralized assets like cryptocurrency. The freedom that comes with owning your own bank means that you can borrow against yourself and set yourself up financially so that you can make bigger decisions, better decisions, participate more effectively in this pay-to-live world that we're all slaves to. It's just a personal choice that most people say, fuck that, I'm not interested. Well, don't complain about not being able to eat when $1 doesn't buy a loaf of bread, or $1 doesn't buy much of any damn thing. Because that's the nature of fiat currency. Fiat devalues annually because of constant printing that the government does. Every time the government prints more money, it devalues the money that's in your wallet, which means that the price of the goods and services that you want to exchange that paper money for costs more. And that means that you have a lower purchasing power and that you need more dollars to buy the same fucking thing. So why would you stick to dollars? Why would you stick to paper when you convert paper to cryptocurrency like Bitcoin and get purchasing power of 4,000 to 1? I have a Bitcoin debit card, and when I swipe my card, nobody knows I'm paying with Bitcoin. But if something costs $1 that I swipe, a fraction of a Bitcoin comes out of my fucking wallet. That's the difference. That's the higher purchasing power that you get with becoming your own bank. That's the reason why cryptocurrency is gonna revolutionize the finance industry, because it gives individuals the power to have money not controlled by a country. For the first time in history, you have money controlled by you. Bitcoin is internet money, which means it's worldwide, which means you could transmit money from one person to the other side of the fucking world in a matter of 10 to 15 minutes without paying Western Union 10% fees, or without the restrictions that come with international transmitting in terms of sending more than $10,000 and then having the IRS kick in your door calling you a money launderer. The freedom that comes with decentralized assets means that you don't have a third party between you and your money. It's just you, your wallet, and whatever's in your wallet. You can freely send it to whomever you like, from cell phone to cell phone, computer to computer, over the internet. And it's just that simple. Bitcoin spends just like cash. Because all you have to do is put it on a Bitcoin debit card, and guess what? Nobody knows that it's not cash. So Open up the door to financial freedom. Convert your paper money to Bitcoin, gold, and silver. And get out of the slavery system that is fiat. And if you choose not to, don't complain about devaluating dollars or inflationary nature of the insolvent system that will soon crash. People say, oh, you've been talking about crash paper money for 20 years and it's never crashed. Well, the problem is that all of the issues that got us to 2008 have not changed. We still have the same fucking people in charge of the same companies that was about to fucking collapse in 2009 if the government didn't come in and print some money out of thin air and balance their fucking ledgers. So those same people are making the same gambles, the same fucking negative decisions against your money that got us into the same trouble that we was in 2009. And you feel like that $200 trillion in debt worldwide is not something that's going to crash? It's not something that can be sustained? It's insustainable. The whole fucking system is a house of cards that's insustainable and that will crash. Because the greedy 1% paper holders that control this system are all about self and propagating self. So best believe that they're not going to do anything in your best interests. They call you guys stupid fucking sheep. And so many people prove that to be true with the toxins in your system, the low brain power, the inability to read a book, the fucking lies that come through television. So many people prove that to be true. That you're not smart enough to fucking make your own decisions, and that's the reason why the 1% will never do anything in the best interest of the public. They will always propagate self. They will always line their own fucking pockets. So for people to be so fucking stupid that they don't realize that the dollar devalues every fucking year and that the quantitative easing that takes place by the governmental agencies lowers your purchasing power and makes you more of a slave to inflation, that blows me away. You guys are fucking stupid. You deserve to be debt slaves for the rest of your fucking life. You know, there's a statistic that says the average American is $500 away from being on the street, homeless, and that the debt in the United States is at an all-time high, where people mostly finance their life through credit cards. You have zero liquidity, and you refuse to do things that are asset-based that could give you a foundation not based or not secured through debt. Now, I know I'm talking too much sense, and whenever you talk sense, people shut their fucking ears off. So I'm gonna shut off this video.